Alright guys, I'm making this video. I'm semi-intoxicated. Don't do what I do. I never recommend that. I'm kind of just some fucking weirdo that does terrible things, aka by terrible things. I just do things that are bad towards myself and not so much bad towards people. But this is pretty much just a rant video, 'cause I want to bullshit and hopefully this sobers me up is what I meant. Um, I went out and drank with some family members and whatnot, and I don't condone drinking like how I do because it's terrible for you. But I mean, I don't really drink that often anyway. But drinking is just fucking pretty bad. There's nothing wrong with doing it in moderation, but just be careful. That's pretty much my point with that. Is just be careful with it. Anything you can get addicted to, have everything in moderation. Be safe. Be careful with everything you do. Think about the things you do and why you do it. But this is pretty much just going to be like a tangent video. I apologize for not uploading a regular full-blown video. I was trying to get Dead Rising 2, well actually Dead Rising 1, I'm sorry. Dead Rising 1 recording in, as you see in the background. I actually have a project in the works right now, guys, for a Dead Rising review video, so I hope you guys like that. But ultimately, I just got drunk and just fucking, I could not sober up at all. But I wanted to, there was an overarching theme, because I'm semi-sober now. It's an overarching theme that I pretty much said to everybody, well, shit face, especially people that matter to me, is pretty much, if you're down in the dumps, man, and anyone who's feel like, especially people who are depressed or thinking of like terrible things and whatnot, I recommend to try to look at things through other people's perspective. Nine times, this may sound a little bit generic, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of people love you. They mean a lot to you, like more than you know, and it's hard to like kind of express that. I had a deep conversation with one of my best friends today, and I sound like a generic drunk person talking about how much I love them, but it was things that needed to be said at the time. I still feel that way even though I'm semi-sober. And like I said, I don't condone drinking like how I did tonight. Everything take in moderation and just be careful with it. But I in retrospect, I really I aired a lot of feelings out that mattered to me. And I pretty much, my overarching theme that I'm trying to get to you guys is that if you guys are feeling down, or you guys are feeling like shit, or you guys are like having a bad day, or some crazy things like that, just remember there are people out there that give a shit about you. They matter to you. They mean a lot to you. Especially to my young viewers out there. I know a lot of you guys around my age actually, but for those who are not, just remember that life is so much bigger than what you're experiencing right now. Like, things change, nature takes its course. It's, sure, things ultimately are going to end, but it's not about the ending, it's about the journey in between. Like, it's about what happens. That's what matters. If you're religious, that's what it ultimately comes down to. It's like what you do in the beginning, in between the beginning and the end. That's what matters. Especially those Catholics and Christians out there, people who believe in heaven and hell. It ultimately comes out with the concept of what you do in the middle ground determines your predestination, right? So I just wanted to say, like, try to treat people with kindness, try to be an overall good person, try to be great people. If you can't experience love for yourself, just realize how much people love you, and in turn try to be content that there are people who love you. Everybody has flaws. Let's be honest. Everyone does have flaws. There's nothing wrong with that. Inherently, we're humans. We're going to not be perfect. It's about coming to terms with your imperfections. That's what makes you ultimately a good person. You start, well, ultimately what makes you a good person is treating yourself good. Not treating yourself good, treating other people good. And then once you treat yourself good, you can treat other people good, at least properly. The last thing you want to do is lie to yourself or do anything crazy. And if you do, people change. Just realize that these are things that will ultimately change. We all are here for a reason, at least how I feel. Um, you guys can. I'm not a totally a religious person, but I have a lot of experience in my life that made me realize a lot in retrospect about what's going on in the world, and it made me appreciate the people who are there for me. Try to find out and eliminate those people who are toxic. The best way you can eliminate and pretty much the people who are toxic is by just ultimately seeing who's there for you. Like if it's not a two-way street, if someone's not there for you and you're not there for them, then why are you interacting with them? Like sure, it's not about what brings them to the table, but like if they don't give a shit about you, well, what's the purpose? Like we're all here on Earth, and there's so many people out there, and everyone's unique. And don't get me wrong, but you should care about the people who try to do good for you, and that's what ultimately matters. This isn't like a drunk tangent and all that, or like semi-intoxicated tangent and whatnot, but I want to just tell you guys that every single one of you guys, even in the future, past, present, or in the moment, or in the future, I just want to let you guys know, whatever happens with this channel, or whatever happens to me, ultimately, I love each and every one of you. Some of you guys I may not know, some of you guys I may know, but you guys support what I do, and you want the best for me, and in turn, I want the best for you. You guys mean a lot to me. You guys support me when I need the support, and if you don't do that, I mean, it is what it is. I hope the best for you regardless, because that's what matters. People who do good things, people who do terrible things, there's a difference between them. People who experience true empathy will, try to do what's best for people. They will, feel bad for people in bad situations, even if they don't know them. Now, that is a little tangent, and it kind of derails the whole concept and conversation, but it ultimately comes back to you wanna be around people who care about you, because the best thing you can do about that situation is, first you gotta care about yourself, and then you still will have a good support structure of people who care about you, and they still will be around to do that said things. But ultimately, once you have good people around you, and even if you don't really care about yourself too much, you will in turn still do good things, because those people are internally, like mentally and internally motivating you to do good things, and you still will do that because you will instill that sense of I hate the term good because it's too black and white, but you will ultimately do best for your other man or fellow man, even if, right, you don't know them. You will do it indirectly because it's all internalized. And then eventually, when you're happy with yourself, you can branch out more and fucking experience life more. But ultimately, this video is made in a drunk tangent, or mainly whatever the fuck I made this video for, if I'm honest with you. I probably won't remember. But I just want to say, each and every one of you who watches and supports me, or even who don't support me and watches this, you matter. I love you. You deserve the best, and you should love and care for yourself, because you matter, you're special, you're unique, and you're nothing like anybody else. And don't let any negativity bring you down, because you know what? It's just a speed bump and long road to happiness. You wanna know why we cherish happiness so much? You wanna know why people ultimately try to achieve that goal? Because it's special. And the best thing to do for that, the best reason why people see happiness as success, is one, they're content with their life. They are truly, they feel like they're at bliss. But the best way, and how I can see it, is do better for your fellow man and to be good to yourself. That's the ultimate goal, to further better yourself and to be truly happy. Money and all that, sure, those are concepts that are made by man to do all this, whatever, whack-a-jackal thing, or whatever you want to call it. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you do good, and you are good. Even if you've done bad things in the past, there are you can redeem yourself. There's some things that are irredeemable, and most people will know that, and you know what I'm talking about when I bring that up. But if you've done something stupid, silly in your life, you can still redeem yourself. You can make up for it. There is a road to redemption. There is a better light. There is a great thing. I know I sound like a fucking preacher right now, and I apologize, but I just wanted to say I love each and every one of you guys. You guys can be the best you can be, and even if you don't think you're the best you could be, you probably are. You just gotta, you honestly gotta let nature take its course. I love every single one of you guys. I appreciate your support. Even the guys who watch this video and don't support me, I love you guys too. You guys are awesome. Everybody have a great day. Be safe. Don't do anything crazy, and just remember, love yourself and love your fellow man, because that's the best thing we can do. I know I sound like a hippie. I know I sound like a whatever the hell. I just want you guys to know that like life is too short to care about dumb bullshit. Care about people, because people are unique. People, you can't replace people. They matter. And try your best to be the best you can, and don't dwell so much on the negativity of the world and yourself, because your flaws are what makes you perfect. Anyway, that's been my little tangent. I've been talking for 11 minutes straight. I'm surprised I fucking done that. Everybody have a great day. This is K-norr signing off. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.